So yeah, welcome everybody to the Uncrustables Laugh Riot Grrrl hybrid. So give yourself applause for being here.
Woo! Yeah.
Woo, yeah,
Yay.
Thank you all so much for being here. I am Kelly Zonickas coming to you from so my physical space is in Toronto, Canada. Zoom background is actually from Tao Comedy Studio. This was Tao's Zoom background back at the start of the pandemic, and I kept it, and I'm glad I have it. So those watching on YouTube, sorry this wasn't a YouTube live. Things happened, but you're getting it afterwards, and I will put everybody's socials in the Zoom comments afterwards, so you can give the comics a follow and support them either in person or online. So it's going to be a good time. The Laugh Riot Grrrl 2025 Festival is wrapping up today, and we're really happy to be a part of it. If you were ever in the LA area, Tao Comedy Studio, it's in Koreatown. Highly worth going to check out. There are incredible shows during the week, amazing workshops, and if you need a new comedy book to add to your library, Bobbie Oliver wrote an amazing book called The Tao of Comedy, Embrace the Pause. It is available on, I believe, Amazon, or you can message Bobbie on Instagram or Facebook, or go by the club and get one. It's a really, really good book. Mine is incredibly dog-eared. So
Mm.
definitely pick it up. It's a great, great one. As is Bobbie. She's also a great one. As is are you. As is are you, everyone. That's a phrase. We are happy to bring you a bit of comedy because certainly life's a bit nuts right now. So we're happy to add a bit of light into your day or your afternoon or your evening, wherever you are watching this from. We have a collection of comics tonight from all over the world, which is another reason why I really love doing stuff virtually, because if I had everybody here in my apartment with a red curtain background, that would cost me so much money.
yeah.
Mostly for just the red curtain background. Because tariffs. Bitch. But as I say, we have an amazing array of folks for you today, and we're gonna get things started. Just so the comics know, the order is in the chat, and I will be updating that accordingly. If you're watching on YouTube, that doesn't mean anything to you. If anyone watching on YouTube is curious, the Uncrustables mic is a monthly mic that both Desiree Walsh and myself run each month. And if anybody here is watching from Uncrustables Canada, we would love to be, if you need to add to these spokespeople that you already have, which really is two Toronto Blue Jays, George Springer and Vlad Guerrero Jr., who both rock, and they're great spokespeople. But you also need Desiree Walsh and I.
You
yeah.
I'm just saying, so
I can, yes.
Uncrustables, come to our aid. All right, we're going to kick things off. I won't mention where each comic is from because I can't remember right now, but I do know that we're starting it off in my hometown of Montreal. Give it up for the fabulous, fabulous Abby, everybody.
Oh my gosh, a Zoom show. I see my face. This is so odd. I love it though. It brings me back. Hello, everyone, and in the future and here. I was part of Laugh Riot Grrrl last year. Loved being in LA, loved the festival, such a good vibe. That city is a weird vibe. Like there's so many unhoused people, but I still loved it. Like it was just like I feel this is such a good, like I just loved it so much. Anyways, I miss it. I hope to go back one day. Hello. I'm from Montreal. My name is Abby. I don't know why I have to introduce myself again. I've never done that at a live show, but like here we are. I don't mean to get political right off the bat, but are eggs expensive or are we just paying chickens fairly now? Just push that out there. I'm gonna use the reaction emoji. Right, there we go. I don't get to do that on another show, so why not? There's so many others I want to do, but I won't. I another thing about me, well, more about me. I'm fat in my 30s, so naturally I have a cat. That's
Woo.
I had to do it. It's a requirement by law. Any other cat people here?
Woo, yeah.
Woo, okay, okay. There's a lot. There's always like a few like in the audience when live where there's like, yes, my pussy. They're I love cat people so much, and I'm new to cat motherhood, whatever we want to call it. I'm very new to it. I adopted two cats about a year ago. Yeah, two. Went real hard. And I didn't realize that it was gonna change me this much. Like I'm different now. Like I'm just like so like I'm creepy. I didn't realize I was gonna become really, really creepy. Like I'm just lurking around my apartment all day being like, come here, little girl. Come give mommy a kiss. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Like that's creepy. Like that's my life now. It's all my life. Who has cats here? Can anyone just like yell out? Woo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Woo.
Christine, what's your cat's name?
Miss Mallory Archer, and my second one is Lucky.
Oh my God, give it up to Christine's cats,
Woo!
everyone.
Yeah.
Now you get to get off Zoom and be like, we talked about you tonight. We talked about you. That's always good. For cat people, we love this. We love this. More about me. I live with a disability. I do. Yeah, I live with a disability. Meaning I live with my boyfriend.
Nice.
No, I actually do have a disability. I live with hearing loss. I have moderate hearing loss, which means I have to wear hearing aids all the time. I can't hear anything without them. And it's interesting having hearing loss, but honestly, I kind of love it. I kind of do. Think about it. Not to brag, but any annoying thing in my environment, and I could just turn it off with the press of a button. I turn it off. Just turn it off. Like crying baby on an airplane. Whoop, what baby? A nagging mother. What mother? Broken muffler on my car. I'm calling CAA. It doesn't work forever. It doesn't work for everything. It really came in handy when I started dating a loudmouth Italian. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Because I 5 minutes go super fast on Zoom. My God. Because I live with hearing loss. Obviously, one of the main issues I have is that I misunderstand things in conversation all the time. Like conversation with me can go really weird really fast. An example of this was one time my coworker introduced me to her partner, and I heard brother.
No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I went hard. I was like, oh my God, I can see the resemblance.
Oh.
No.
No.
And then they started kissing, and I'm just like, oh my God, that type of relationship. Another example of this was a true story. This happened a few weeks ago. My friend told me that her dog died, and I heard dad, D-A-D, dad. Yeah.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh my God, when's the funeral? And she's just like, no funeral, just burying the good boy in the backyard. I'm half deaf, but I'm also stupid, and I was just like, that non-traditional. Respect that. Respect that. And then she was just like, I just don't know what to do with the leash and collar. I'm like, okay, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Everybody.
Damn.
Oh, I love that. Fantastic stuff. All right, we got a big show for everybody, so we're going to keep this train a rolling. Coming up next, speaking of trains, her Zoom background is a Zoom train, so she's just waiting. Give it up for Michelle, everybody.
Yay. What's going on, guys? How you doing? I'm a retired detective from the New York City Police Department. There was a jumper. He's about to jump off a 20-story building, this guy, because he found out his wife was a lesbian. And I yelled to him, don't jump. First, give me your wife's number. People ask me all the time, do you ever date anybody that you met at work? And I did. This beautiful girl. Her name was Prisoner 4426. One time they called me and it was a radio run of a dispute, and I get there, two women were fighting. Luckily, I was able to get in the middle. One time the guys I work with, they switched up my nightstick with a dildo.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went to go interrogate the perp. He took one look at me. He said, you know what? I did it. Another time they stuffed a blow-up doll in my locker. The joke's on them because I like her. I still have her. Her name's Olivia. One time I'm standing on a foot post. This is like in the 90s. And I'm standing on my foot post right by Yankee Stadium. And the light's red. And the guy pulls up in a motorcycle, flips up his helmet, unholsters his 9mm, lets about like 16 rounds go. Holsters it, pops the visor back, the light turns green, and he takes off. And I was standing there, and I just wanted to go get him, you know? I just wanted to grab him and just say, what kind of an idiot stops for a red light in the 4-4 precinct? Okay. I babysit now, and I babysit my nephew TJ. Comes up the other day. He says, Shell, can we play cops? And I say, absolutely, TJ. So we play this game. It's called Felony Car Stop. That's when TJ rolls up in his little SUV. I'll say, let me see your license and registration. What's in the cup holder, TJ? Apple juice. Straight apple juice? No ice, no water? Step out of the car. He steps out of the car. I go start searching him. I go into his pockets. You know what I find? Skittles. I cuff him up immediately. Out of the corner of my eye, I see his 3-year-old sister. She's got her little princess gown on, and she's sashaying, and she's got her wand, and I locked her for prostitution. She says to me the other day, she says, Shell, my wand is magic. And I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, it lights up and it glows and it sparkles. Shell, do you have a magic wand? And I said, yeah. And she goes, well, what makes it so special and magic? I said, it has 6 speeds. I got a hip replacement a few months ago. The doctor said, listen, when you sleep at night, you can't cross your legs. You have to make sure you sleep with your legs apart. So make sure you sleep with something in between your legs. Her name's Vanessa. I started doing these negative affirmations. Like I get up and I say, you know what? You're really going to screw up today. So far, I've never been more accurate. I went into the massage parlor to get a massage, and I asked the masseuse, how do you want me? She goes, on your back is fine. Just take the strap on off. So, ladies, listen, what do you prefer? Just shout it out. You like your vibrators rechargeable, or do you like batteries?
Rechargeable.
Battery. Okay. Well, listen, the only thing with the rechargeable, it takes a little bit longer. Like you got to plug it in. The other thing is like the batteries, you know, they're right there. You boom, boom. Me personally, what I do, I go old school with the plug-in. I hardwire it to my router. Don't bother me on Fridays because that's when the landscapers come. that Ring camera goes off like crazy. Thinking of changing my pronouns to big fucking dyke. That's what everybody calls me when they cut me off on the parkway. I'm starting to wear this new makeup made strictly for lesbians. It's called Spackle. Comes with its own applicator, and that's, you guys know it. It's a putty knife. I had to pick up Eliana and from school. That's the little one, and everybody, they have this code in an app. Everybody had a code 1258. Mine was 6969. I think that's my time, right? That's my time, right? Yeah, I'm done, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
I blew it a little bit. I blew that light a little bit. I apologize.
Okay. We don't mind here. It's all chill.
I was timing
It's all
myself
good.
and I didn't know.
So everybody, amazing. The best part, as I've said, you're watching on YouTube. The best part about these shows is that we can gather from everywhere. We can work on stuff, take it to the club that night, or just stay home and then hang out with your cat and your vape, whatever you want to do. It's really chill. It's really great. I love how we bring together people from all over. Please give it up for Rose Ingrid, everybody. Woo! Yay!
Hello. It is my first Zoom show. I'm excited. My name is Rose Ingrid Benjamin. That's Rose hyphen Ingrid. My dad wanted Rose. My mom wanted Ingrid, threw a hyphen in the middle. It's a compromise, a sign of a good marriage, And we got divorced 4 years later.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sometimes I still blame myself. 3 things you should know about me. Firstly, I'm the child of Haitian immigrants. My parents are from Haiti.
Woo!
Yeah, Zoe's in the house. Boop, boop. Nula. Secondly, I used to be a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Mm. And lastly, I clearly lit clip.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, put in them reps. It's funny when Trump was all like, oh, they're eating cats and dogs. I was like, I don't know nothing about dogs, but cat.
Woo, yeah.
I've been munching. Delicacy where I'm from. My parents are interesting humans. My mom actually, she died a year ago last month. She had multiple strokes over the course of years. Her first stroke was at 50. So honestly, like in some ways, she's actually finally free. It's really nice. But also, so am I. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. We are free at last. For those of you not laughing, you're probably white. Must be nice that your parents like you.
Well,
My mom loves me, but like me, no. My dad, on the other hand, is a feminist. He really wanted a full football team worth of children. You know what I'm saying? All that man stuff. But he didn't want to put it all on one woman's shoulders, So he got another one. He's just the Haitian DJ Khaled.
Oh.
Yeah. He, just pew, pew, pew. Out here, he truly believed in leaving no pussy left behind. And I'm so proud to walk in his footsteps.
oh,
Munchers.
dear Lord.
Growing up in church, I thought everyone was straight, me included. I was so in love with Jesus, I wanted to serve him with my life. And so I decided maybe I should be a nun, Then I thought about it some more and was like, only priests get to suck dick.
Ah,
No, I was a Pentecostal, so if you don't know, I was baptized in the Holy Ghost speaking in tongues, which makes me wonder why they're surprised I'm even queer. I've been practicing my entire life, I put in them reps. I also really the whole baptism in the Holy Ghost, if you don't fully understand that, a lot of people aren't religious anymore. Imagine like a meditation, but you're an auctioneer. Hallelujah. Ha! It's a little chaotic. The thing about growing up in church is that I did not date in my teens and 20s. I had no sexual experiences. I was saving it for marriage. And so when I did finally leave church, I had to explore. I had to go learn some things. And so, of course, I ended up at a sex club with my brother. Well, y'all look so confused. Oh, my bad. I misspoke. I went to the sex club with my cousin. My brother and I go to strip clubs together. Calm down. This ain't Alabama. It's not Alberta. It's not. No. So my cousin and I had a deal. She took the first floor. I took the top floor because we're not that close, boundaries. And I ended up hooking up with this couple. Let me tell you, this girl's like, can I kiss you? I said, yes. Incredible. I love consent. And at one point, I had both her and her man on their knees before me, like sucking on each tit. And let me tell you, the power. Having two white people on their knees before me, just reparations, Powerful. Powerful. At one point, this man and I are making out, and he's like, I want you to taste my cock. I was like, yeah, I'm too gay for that. Like, that's not my job, And then the Gemini in me kicked in. I was like, for the plot, I'll do it. I was stunned by this thing in front of me, like, oh, it's you and me. It ended really poorly because this girl, they didn't talk about it before, and she threw her drink on him, and it fell all the way down my back. I learned a few things that day, and one thing I did learn is that sucking dick, not for me. Thank you very much. I'm Rose Ingrid Benson. Y'all were great.
Awesome. Give it up for Rose Ingrid, everybody. Wow, that's a family outing. Holy moly.
Yes.
Wowzers. Alrighty, we're going to keep it going. After our next guest, Desiree and I will be doing our check-in as we do. And as I mentioned off the top, if you want to come see another Uncrustables, we do this every month just on Zoom. We don't put it on YouTube afterwards. You can definitely come hang. Just message either Desiree or myself. As I say in the show description, you will see the socials. Just give us a follow. And you can come hang. It'll be all good. All right. Our next guest is in what is usually the Uncrustables background. So she's in the kitchen with the guitar. Please give it up for Christine.
Thank you, Kelly. Hello, Uncrustables people. It's time to party. Some of you are looking around like, what the fuck are Uncrustables? Well, I've got a little song here for you guys. So here we go. So what the fuck are Uncrustables? A sandwich that's pre-made with PB&J. Are we that lazy we can't get the bread? A jar of peanut butter and some jelly and make a nice spread. It comes frozen, we have to defrost it. If you microwave it, it fucking explodes. Yes, it does. So what the fuck are Uncrustables? They're prepackaged and squishy. Some say they're delicious. They come in a box and no, not your mom's.
No.
Have one today or make a sandwich like a normal person. They used to be only available in the USA, where people are too lazy to make their own. Can't make a damn sandwich, but defrost one instead. But thanks to Desiree, you can now get them in Canada. Kelly has found them at the fair, and it costs $9 in Canadian money, 'cause that's where they're from. So what the fuck are Uncrustables? They're prepackaged and squishy. Some say they're delicious. They come in a box and no, not your mom's. Have one today or make a sandwich like a normal person. So what the fuck are Uncrustables? What the fuck are Uncrustables? What the fuck are Uncrustables? Uncrustables. Oh yeah, the official, unofficial, unofficial song. There we go. All right. So I don't know about you guys. I know it's Sunday. All right. So I'm already starting the week off. I've ran out of fucks. Frankly, the fucks are not there anymore. My fucking fucks have left the fucking building. Oh. So here we go, guys. Everyone asks what I give. Frankly, that's absurd and weird. It's certainly so many fucks that sometimes I run dry. Unlike my vagina. and have no more fucks to give. Tell me, how am I supposed to live? So many fucks, get me out of this place. So many fucks, it's driving me insane. So many fucks, it's like come on your face. Right, Orb? So many fucks.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday I went for a drive. Too many stupid people around. I gave the bird too many times. I sprayed my middle finger. By the way, don't turn this into a drinking song because you'll die by the first verse. But fucks were flying out a lot. I give all my fucks away. So many fucks, get me out of this place. So many fucks, it's driving me insane. So many fucks, it's like come on your face. So many fucks, trying my best. So many fucks I give each day. Tell me, why am I this way? People should learn to eat a giant dick.
Oh.
Unless you're vegan, then it's called Beyond Dick. It's fucked up. You know I'm twisted and oh so sick. So many fucks, so many fucks. So many fucks, get me out of this place. So many fucks, it's driving me insane. So many fucks, it's like come on your face. So many fucks, so many fucks, so many. I don't give a flying fuck anymore. Fucks. Thank you, everyone. I've been Christine Knowlton.
So, give it up for Christine.
Woo.
Oh, goodness. This would be a great time for me to remind the comics here in the chat, share your socials so you can follow each other. Just in case you haven't done so before. Who's got their mic on? It happens, everyone. It's, technology. But yeah, comics, share your socials in the chat so you can give each other a follow if you're not already doing so. And now, we're going to do a little check-in here. Desiree, how are you enjoying today's show?
Oh, I liked it a lot. It was great to see Anna Sebastian. Because I did not know they were on the show. I have not been keeping up with the emails, friends. So I am learning as you are learning while you watch the show. So it was great to see Anna Sebastian and Abby Stonehouse. That was great.
Yeah.
Lucy Gervais, about 3 years, who's a Montreal-based comic, told me I should connect with them because they produce a lot of disability-friendly shows, and I myself use a wheelchair. If you did not know that, surprise. So I was excited to see them, and we'll also be hopefully connecting with them after the show. So this is, I'm really excited, and I'm also very pleased to be part of the Laugh Riot Grrrl Festival, as the U.S. is currently closed to Canadians.
Oh, man.
I know, it's a mess down there. Oh my gosh. Love to our American friends. It's a mess, yeah.
We cannot go visit.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can. It's dicey. It's dicey.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
things were better. You know what would
Yeah.
make things better? An Uncrustable.
I wish I just bought groceries. I should have gotten some
Are the
Uncrustables.
raspberry Uncrustables available at your local grocer, Desiree? They're at mine.
I have not looked. I may run over to Loblaws after the show and see quickly. They really like it when you run in about 15 minutes before closing and then just scour the store like it's not 15 minutes before closing.
Yeah, no, they love that. They do indeed.
They do.
And yeah, if anyone from Uncrustables Canada is watching this YouTube show, Desiree and I are available to be spokespeople.
We are.
Well,
We are.
We can
We
like
are.
double date with Vladdy and George.
I would really like that.
I would
Quite frankly, I recently switched jobs to a non-for-profit, and it's lovely, but non-for-profit does not pay well. Um, they only help people improve their lives.
Yeah.
So I could really use the second source of income. Also, if I could marry a professional baseball player, or even like if they just wanted to marry me for a tax write-off, I would be down for that too.
Yeah.
I really need a second income of about $1 million is what I'm saying.
Well, we'll make it happen. The internet, you can make it happen. You can get Desiree and I. Just do it, internet. Desiree, of course, is in the garden behind Tao Comedy Studio. I'm inside. Desiree will be closing us off, so we'll see her in a bit. We're going to get back to the showy show. Our next guest, we're sticking in Toronto, everyone. Please give it up for the one, the only, Kendall.
Woo! Thank you. I also, like Desiree, I also work at a not-profit by day and then comedy by night. So I'm like, getting the bag, not my bag. I feel
Yeah,
that
I know.
understand. Yeah. Hi everybody. I'm so happy to be part of this. My name is Kendall, like the Kardashian. Without the family fortune or modeling career, but I can cut a cucumber like a regular human being. So I got that going for me. That's my thing. Hashtag humble brag. That's me. My last name is Labella. It's not a stage name. You don't need to Google that. But I've always felt weird about my last name being Labella, like Labella. And it's not because I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver, nor underpromise and overdeliver. Different strokes for different folks, I say. Um, Labella. It's most people don't speak Italian. The reason it's always been uncomfortable for me is because the name is paternal and I have a deadbeat dad, which I know is weird to bring up. Like, hello, I've got a deadbeat dad. And I don't want to pun people out, but it's true. I've got a deadbeat. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up my joke. I've got a deadbeat dad. Does anyone here have a deadbeat dad? No. And the only reason I like bringing it up is because I have zero rhythm, and that's the closest I'll ever get to beatboxing. So, bag, yeah. Um, I've been thinking about weddings a lot lately. I host a monthly wedding themed comedy show called Surviving the Season here in Toronto. And yeah, thank you. Full disclosure though, I'm not married and I don't know if I'll ever be. Sometimes I just think to myself, what's the point? My grandparents, they were actually married in the Sistine Chapel. I can't compete with that, you know? Like they had Vatican City, I get City Hall. I don't know. And like I am older now. When someone's over 35 and with child, the technical term, they call it a geriatric pregnancy. So I'm just wondering, like, what is the wedded equivalent? Like elder marriage, nursing home nuptials? I don't know. And I don't want my guests to gossip, like, bold of her to wear white, you know? That's not that's not for me. But the thing is, on the other hand of the spectrum, I think about how there's these young brides, which I realize much more rare in this economy, but they are out there. And for them, the wedding is like the biggest day of their lives. Prior to that, they had like graduation, perhaps like a big event like a track meet finals or cheer competition. For me, it would have been like Model UN Forum, you know, big deal. But and then there's prom night, right? So for these fresh young brides, my theory is wedding is just like prom, only the prom theme is you, you know? Young brides, like they want a wedding where everything is about them. And I respect that because nothing says eternal love, like forcing everyone you know to attend your 4-hour me show, right? Comedians here, we can have like for example, Stacy's favorite color is purple. Bridesmaid dresses gonna be purple. Accent color for table settings and decor, purple. My lips by the end of the night after drinking a bottle of wine to myself, purple, right? Just playing on theme. Yeah. And like for example, Stacy, her favorite flowers are lilies. All the decor, the full remains, they're gonna be lilies. Don't you dare mention lilies remind you of funerals, right? This is her day. For prom, it was just a single lily corsage. Today, she gets a whole bouquet of that sickly sweet scented symbol of death and decay. You know what? Shut up, Kendall. This is her time to shine, okay? Just keep it good. I do notice there's some differences, right? Like, unlike prom king and queen, where they were voted in at a wedding, you're just declaring it, right? It's right on the invitation. The only voting you're doing on that ballot is for chicken or beef dinner. That's it. I do like how like the wedding playlist is just their old prom playlist with Adele added in to make it sound mature, you know? That's into that. But honestly, I do love weddings. It's open bar, great music, all your family and friends, even when it's not your family or your friends. You know, you guys ever sit at a leftovers table? Do we know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, leftovers table. It's like for the folks, like no assigned roles, no expectations, just vibes, right? Like you could be sitting next to the groom's cousin who just got out of clown college, and then someone's hot coworker who may or may not be poly. These are the conversations I live for. No judgment, only solidarity. Everyone at that table, we know we're not +1 people, we're +wine people. Like a real fun time just beside grandma, you know? I love the leftovers table. Came for the wedding, stayed for the whimsical weirdos at table 14. That's me.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Kendall, everybody.
Woo!
Yeah, I myself, I have also never been married. I have a perfectly good reason for that. Nobody is asked. So there we go.
Valid.
There we go. That's the reason. Nor have I asked anyone. My niece, her anniversary is next month, and she got married 2 years ago, and I am still dreaming of the cheese table that was at their wedding. Oh my goodness. If I had a Patreon, I'd make a Patreon account. I send you a picture of that cheese table. Oh my God. It's insane. Anyone on this show, if they want to see that cheese table, just send me a note. I mean, the wedding was great. It was great, but that cheese table was insane. I'll send it to you
Post
later.
it.
I also want to see the cheese.
Later. Alrighty, we're gonna keep the party going. We're off to Chicago with our next guest. Please give it up for Katie.
Woo!
Thanks so much, Kelly. I'm white, so that means I just kissed my cat on the mouth. My favorite part of this show has been when Christine was singing and said, "Come on, face," and I looked at Kelly's cube, and Kelly was just like swaying, like they were on a beach, like, "Come on my face, yes." And I was like, this is the greatest moment of my whole life right now. I was like, this is amazing. This is so great. Nothing's going to be better. Do y'all have anxiety? Do we have anxiety in here? Do we have yeah, we have the anxiety. But do you have anxiety where when you were in 5th grade, you used to punch yourself in the face so that your nose would bleed so you get sent to the office so you wouldn't have to go to class? Stay away from your bullies?
No, I never.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to write this into a joke a couple years. It turns out that is a singular experience. Finally, I have something that no one can relate to. I've been trying to be special my whole life. Like, finally. Like, I'll tell somebody, like, something that I feel, and they'll be like, "Katie, everybody feels that, but this one is just mine." So, you have that. I'm non-binary also. Woot woot, not NB's in the building. I'm non-binary, and actually, did y'all know that we get issued one of 3 haircuts? Right? And then they'll blow you up in the group chat if you're out of parameters. and that's funny because people believe we have a group chat. And we do have a group chat. That's true. I'm going to add Anna after the show because we just met and I want to make sure they are part of. But no, I'm non-binary. And actually, last Sunday I had the pleasure of spending an afternoon with a friend of mine who has a kid, and we were hanging out at a park. And honestly, it occurred to me today, I was thinking about this. I was like, dude, this is the only time I can go to a park during the summer without being weird. I have to go to my friend, with a child. Because if I just go to that park alone, I'm going to look so weird. I always carry a backpack. I look like I'm up to no good. Like, no one, they're not going to feel good about it. So I have to be with a child that is, they're like, okay, they're with that child. Anyway, sorry, I just thought about that. Fun tangent for me. But no, I was hanging out with this family that was friends with my friend, and they had a 1 year old. And this 1 year old, it was really great. It was like, you ever seen like a toddler who just learned something, and they're like they're testing it out. And this kid had just learned like waving. They just figured they were like, hello, hello, hi, hello. And then I was talking to the mom for a little bit, and then this 1 year old is really standing there and like clocking me, like looking, like they're like figuring me out. And then the kid turns their head and goes, Dad, Dad?
Oh. Oh.
And if the 1 year old can get it right, I think everybody else can too. This child used its limited amount of time on Earth, and it already knew this one's kind of a dude. This is not like my mom. This person's a little different. Like, I feel like everybody else we can get there. Oh, all right. Fantastic. When I was growing up, I was really, really skinny. Like, I grew up in the 90s, and it was like bad Africa joke skinny. Like, I'm not going to say them, but it wasn't okay. And I was really insecure when I was in middle school, so I always assumed that I was going to grow up and be a butterface. But I'm fat, so I grew up and I'm a butter body. And by that, I mean I'm covered in butter. Real greasy over here. It's real greasy. Real greasy. And actually, I don't have a bit that's going to fit in the time I have left, so I'll just give it a little bit back to the room. Thanks so much, Kelly.
Awesome. Give it up for Katie, everyone. All righty. We're moving along. We're heading back to the Uncrustables kitchen with two guests who run a lot of great shows on Discord. So check them out at Oddly Funny. And as I say in the YouTube show description, just scroll down and you'll get everyone's socials. Please give it up for our next guest. We have got Aaron and his good buddy, Orb.
All right. Thank you so much, Kelly. Yes, I am Aaron. This is my comedy buddy, my life coach, the giant one-eyed monster of the mic. Okay, you're owning this now? Yes, I am. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the biggest dick here, Aaron. You really gonna do that to me? Ladies and gentlemen, he's not packing, he's hung like a toothpick. That's not true. Yes, it is. It is not. Yes, it is. You stop this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I hurt your itty bitty feelings along with your itty bitty, you know what? Okay, that's enough, Orb. I'll let you do your first joke. I think you swear you can do your first joke. I think you swear it. Okay, thank you, Orb. So my name's Aaron. My dad decided to put two A's in my name. You're mocking me. Hi, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't have a pinky, you dumbass. Okay. To do with him. Two A's in my name, so I'd be first to be picked on by the bullies at school. Ow! Ow! Let go! Let go! No! I have rabies? Okay. Does anyone have a rabies vaccine before RFK Jr. makes them illegal? It makes me drink raw milk, please. Yeah, all right. Orb, I just recently had to do a sleep study. Why did you have to study sleeping? No. No, the doctor was studying my sleep patterns. Oh, that's easy. Your pattern is plaid. Plaid? Yeah, just like your PJs and your hairline. Patchy at best. Okay. No, I just would like to have a good night's sleep for once. I don't know about everybody else, but I want to. Oh, I can give that to you, Aaron. Really? How would you do that? Just give me a hammer. Problem solved. I don't think that's the answer to my sleep apnea. It's my answer to stop working with you. Okay. I've been using a CPAP machine for my sleep apnea for 13 years, and I still feel tired, Orb. Have you tried putting the mask on the right end? Okay, wait. Yeah. You serious? Oh my gosh. Non sequitur, Orb. You know I have 2 dogs, right? Yes, I do, because they were playing tug of war with me earlier. Okay. Well, one of them's named after a supermodel. Oh, which one's that one? Well, Twiggy, she's named after the 60s iconic supermodel. Oh, she looks pretty chunky to me. Hey, you don't pick on Miss Twigs like that. No, when they found her on the streets, she was 12 pounds soaking wet. Oh, so she was doing a photo shoot for Vogue? No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But she reminds me of an 80s pop singer. Which one's that one? Madonna, because she likes to express herself. Oh, I didn't know the little dog could sing, so Twiggy could sing like Madonna like this. Express yourself. Hey. No, or she actually expresses her anal glands. What does that smell like? Have you ever mixed salmon with copper pennies? Anyone here? Anyone?
Oh,
No. That sounds like it smells disgusting. It is. You know what that little dog reminds me of? A song by the Fine Young Cannibals. Well, what song would that be, Orb? She drives me crazy and she can't help herself. Ow. I mean, wow, I didn't know you could sing. Oh, I do this all the time at the karaoke bar. Oh, God. Oh, you guys want to hear my Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. There we go. All right. On the road again, like the end of gypsies, we go down the highway where the best of friends. You know, I actually liked Willie Nelson at a time once. I don't not quite sure about that. Oh, I can sing like another guy, Axl Rose. You guys want to hear that?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, there. All right. Welcome to the jungle. You live here every day. Gotta be like an animal. Da, 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 da. Hold on. You're not even saying words now. You're just mumbling. I do that at the karaoke bar too. Has anyone ever asked you to stop? How'd you know? Took a guess? By the way, I can't hear anymore, Orb. What'd you say? Exactly. But you know what, Orb? I appreciate you showing up to this Uncrustables Laugh Riot Grrrl show patriotically dressed like Kid Rock. How dare you? I was rocking this look before he was born. Oh, I'm so sorry, Orb. You're patriotically dressed too. Blue shirt, gray pants. No, you're a white guy with a red neck and blue balls. Wait. How'd you know my balls were blue? I heard your wife turn you down on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, that's enough. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come on, dude, that's enough. And then twice on Sunday. He's right. She did. I've been AA Ron, and I've been Orb. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Give it up for Aaron and Orb, everybody. Who clearly thought that this was their therapy session. Wrong, guys. But that's okay, friends. Alrighty. Our next guest, her and I during I don't know how many years ago it was we were doing this, but if you go on my YouTube page, Kelly's and Nickus, if you're watching it on YouTube, friends, so just subscribe. Look through and find something called the Wonder Cheese Variety Hour. Our besties, Lillian and Alice, hosted a variety show at one point during the pandemic. It was super fun. I loved it so much.
It was so fun.
Our next guest is, please give it up for Sarah.
Thanks, Kelly. I'm glad that you've continued the tradition of highly processed food with a shelf life of over 40 years as a theme. Yes, it's so nice to be on here with you guys. I really enjoy the convenience of a Zoom show. And if you bomb, you really don't know. If you thrive, you don't know. It's kind of like performing in a vacuum, which is kind of the level of criticism I can handle now because I just moved from LA. I was there for 16 years and you know, for better or for worse, it's an amazing place. It's a 3-ring circus. And I loved it. But I guess at the end of last year, I really felt this like driving voice that was like, you got to get out of here, Sarah. You got to go now, leave, move out. Let's go, get out, go. And for once, it wasn't a casting director or someone I met off a pitch. So I figured that I should listen. And the next thing you know, the whole place set on fire. which is so tragic. But when you've been rejected a lot, you do get a little bit of dark satisfaction, or you're like, I left and the place is on fire. It really went right to my ego, and I'm kind of like a Disney villain inside a Midwestern girl's body. The reason I say that is my therapist just told me that she thought I was Midwestern. She's always thought that I was very Midwestern.
Oh.
And I was like very offended. Like sure, I'm a single woman with a Costco membership, and I signed a petition to bring back Pizza Hut buffets, and my favorite Criterion collection is the Beethoven dog movie series, and I love a chain restaurant, okay? Like, kill me. It doesn't mean I'm not cultured or sophisticated. Yeah, justice for Pizza Hut buffets. Thank you. And they had the Sunday buffet too. It was dessert buffet, pizza buffet, nonstop pop, as we call it. Whatever. I am very sophisticated. I actually, I started on Broadway when I was 23 years old. I got the good opportunity to star on Broadway. The career's been a disaster since, but that was really cool. Basically, music theater is the greatest high that you can have in life. Performing with your best friends, 8 shows a week, singing, dancing, acting in a wig and a costume for 2.5 hours a night. It's euphoria, like the kids on Euphoria did not need drugs. They just needed theater camp. The best Molly is an MDMA. It's The Unsinkable Molly Brown by Meredith Wilson. And after Broadway, regular life, it's kind of dry. It's like, I feel like Neil Armstrong trying to readjust to civilian life, or Katy Perry trying to readjust to civilian life. She's intergalactic now. I went from 11 o'clock numbers to waiting in line at the DMV. So yeah, music theater is an 11 and the rest of life feels like a 4. And so after Broadway, I understood addiction. I was like, where's my next fix? Where's the next standing ovation? Turns out there's no applause at grocery stores. I did a pirouette in the frozen food aisle, and some guy just said, ma'am, you're blocking the peas. Take you 1 minute. It's hard when you've worked in entertainment for an extended amount of time. I'm sure you guys understand, because you start expecting when you go back home, and you're hanging out with the family, you expect them to have better material. Like you expect them to be funny, You're like, okay, Dad, I see what you're doing. You're blaming the dog for your fart. That's A to B. Okay, very fun, but I need you to go A to C. All right? Like, you blame the dog for your fart. Premise, solid foundation. Let's punch it up. What if you commit? What if you are the dog on trial? Mr. Sniffles, you stand accused of crimes against nostrils. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client is being framed. There were multiple butts in the room that night. And then it's 12 angry men, instead of debating a murder, they're debating a fart. Like, if there's any reasonable doubt that the stench of the accused, I say we must find him not farty. And my dad just wants to watch the hockey game. But, you're just trying to like punch up their work a little. Thank you guys so much. This was fun.
Awesome. Give it up for Sarah, everybody. Give it up for Sarah. Her cool glasses. Hey.
Blue light glasses.
I love glasses. I've got mine here, but I'm not wearing them. I'll bring them out for the closer. I'll be like I'm a different. Alrighty, everybody. As I mentioned, this is all part of the Laugh Riot Grrrl Festival, which just ended in LA. If you're in the LA area, I highly recommend going by Tao Comedy, checking out shows there, taking some classes, hanging out with Bobbie and Chris. They're pretty darn awesome. And as I say, this is the Tao Zoom background from back in 2020. It's a vintage Zoom background, everybody. There we go. And today's show, tonight's show, this afternoon show, whatever you're watching, the show today is a mix of alumni of the festival and allies, and we're just having a good time sharing our jokes, doing our thing. Our next guest, please give it up for the one, the only, Joshua. Yay!
It's the hairball part of the show. Yeah, you're in trouble. I'm a big guy and I get fat shamed in weird ways. I can't go in the ocean anymore because every time I do, I get jumped by wildlife. I mean, the last time I went swimming, I got jumped by a bunch of manatees. I guess between the facial hair and the blubber, they figured I was a long lost relative or the next hot date. I will say that being jumped by a hairy sea critter, it's better than anything you're going to find online. Speaking of online, I don't care what site you're on, what it's selling you. It's all really selling the same thing. It's Saturday night. You have no standards. Let's do this. Or it's Saturday night. You sure you want to do this? Or it's Saturday night. You just got an STD. And I don't understand what it is with people who can't figure out how to write a dating profile. Because you all copy and paste the same thing. It's like, I'm easygoing. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an evangelist for crypto. These are just code words, people. I'm easygoing. I'd like a glass of rosé with my cocaine. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a coke dealer in Brooklyn. I'm an evangelist for crypto. I'm helping line Trump's pockets. And whenever your friend calls you in the middle of the night, be afraid. Because one of my buddies called me in the middle of the night screaming, I just hooked up with someone and their thing was all messed up. What the hell? It smelled like turned cheese. I was like, dude, stop telling people that. The clinic opens at 8. I'll see you there. And hope you enjoyed your last hookup. Hashtag you have herpes. He does. He does. And I hate when people post all their Fitbit statistics and how far they ran. No one cares. It's like, called up a buddy of mine. It's like, dude, everyone's harassing me. I need to borrow your dog. Why? We're going to put a Fitbit on your dog. So we put the Fitbit on the dog. We set it loose in the doggy park. And it's been running like crazy all the time, every day. And people are trying to keep up. They're like, how's he doing? He's running like a madman. He doesn't lose any weight. Well, 2 guys threw up. 1 guy passed out. Moral of the story, never mess with the fat guy. We always win. And I'm Jewish, but more Jewish, which just means I'm circumcised and I eat pork. Most people are allergic to dust and pet dander. I'm allergic to bar mitzvahs. I'm so bad at them, I screwed up mine. Instead of reading from the ancient holy book, puked all over the thing. I wasn't out to embarrass myself. My aim was off. I was aiming for the rabbi and my family at the same time. Oh, no. And note to self, multitasking works, but not with projectile vomit. I'm Jewish and my best friend's Muslim. People wonder how it works. I'm like, easy. Both loud and erotic. We both use as a verb. Both smoke way too much weed for our own good. Everyone's like, so what's the difference? I'm like, easy. One guy's got a thing for Jewish women, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with them. And with that, I've been Josh Postel. Catch you later. Be safe, LA.
Joshua, everybody. Give it up. Looks like we're in the same part of the theater with our backgrounds there. Yeah. I love when a background matches. It's cute. It's cute, everyone. Okay. We got one more guest before our headliner for this evening. With every Zoom show, you got a comedian in a car. We have that tonight. Give it up for JD.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just living up to the stereotype. Listen, I think my time has come. Me and my people. Let me explain. I grew up there's three things about my upbringing you should know about. I grew up Republican,
Oh no.
biracial, and upper middle class. Let's get into it. So I grew up, I'm adopted, by the way. And even though I am biracial, half Mexican, according to my mother, when you adopt a child, they become tan instead. And I had a hard time figuring this one out because I was like, they're both crayons. You can be both. Why can't I be a tan biracial person? I found really unique ways to piss her off growing up because she had that not so subtle racism, which is why I needed to be tan. Like when we went to Europe and I kept telling people the truth. That pissed her off so hard. Nothing pisses a racist white lady off. White like sitting there going, oh no, I'm adopted. She's not it.
Oh.
And I was Mexican. We had to have the talk. I don't know. Then I will tell you, I did grow up upper middle class. So it's been interesting watching that just completely get destroyed, right? Because on the one hand, I know what it's like to live well. And on the other hand, I can't afford eggs. What the fuck? I work for the bad guy to survive because I don't want to be homeless. And he was hiring. Listen, he pays better. I don't know what to tell you. I have a tooth that's needed to come out for 1.5 years. So I said, yes, sir. And I signed the dotted line. I'm sorry. That's right. I work for a property management company. Yeah. I am the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. At 3 p.m., gonna get my tooth pulled out. Fuck yeah. Very exciting. So yeah, and then listen, growing up Republican, that was interesting. So not only did I grow up with racism, I grew up with homophobia in a way I just figured out last year with friends. I would say therapy, but I'm poor, so I might be able to now afford that luxury now that I'm working 2 jobs. We'll see. But yeah, no, I figured this out. So my mom would never let my best friend growing up come over. And I couldn't figure out why. And she would say, oh, it's because she's gay. And I was like, what does that matter? What's going to happen? I don't understand. She was actually homophobic against me, and she thought that was my girlfriend. It took me 37 years to figure that shit out. I'm sorry. I just figured that one out. I was like, oh. Well, an extra level of fuck you. And then you call her to check on her because, she's dying. Thank you. I'm JD.
Up for JD, everybody, while I find the spotlight for me. There we go. Give it up for JD. Ta-da. Alrighty, friends. Joshua earlier mentioned rosé and cocaine. Our headliner is the rosé to my cocaine. Cocaine to my rosé, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Needless to say, so glad she does this with me each month. Our next show on Zoom is going to be on July 9th, so please do reach out to us if you want to come to join the private Zoom room. She's got an album out called Everybody Panic. Give it up for Desiree.
Hello. Yes, look for our series Rosé and Cocaine coming to Netflix. It's me and Kelly doing stand up. That would be so great if that happened. Netflix, call us if you would like to. Basically, I need a second stream of income.
Me too.
And I don't have the schedule to work, nor the legs to work a typical part-time job. Yeah, people are always like, I bet you wish you could walk to go water skiing. And there's adapted water skiing. I've been water skiing. But you know what I wish? I wish I could walk to be a waitress. I know it's a terrible job, but I would like that. We'll work on that. This is why you shouldn't do new material on the very important Fancy Festival show. But yeah, we'll work on that. I really do like carrying. Like I would love to walk to carry a case of pop home from the store, or like the big things of toilet paper. Yeah, but you can go water skiing with dead legs. Like it's fine. You can pretty much do any adapted sport as long as you have enough disposable income. But it is very challenging to make the income with limited mobility. Yeah, just not jokes, truth bombs here at truth bombs and semi-political hot takes. Semi-political hot takes. Did you know we could feed the entire world? We just don't want to. We've set up food to be a commodity rather than a yeah, I will. None of this is scripted jokes, but I will do some jokes. Kelly was mentioning earlier that we live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and sometimes, although the crowd last night at the open mic would disagree with me, but I am right. Sometimes Toronto is called the New York of Canada. This joke, just go with me. Please don't call in if you're like, that's not right. So Toronto is called the New York of Canada, and we think we're very New York, even though we're Canadian, because we also have a subway and racist cops. I have a friend of like one of the things about Toronto is as we love a festival, but we all become assholes at the festival. All of us. I don't know what it is. We just lose our minds. And anyways, my friend who is from New York and she is disabled, that will be important in a minute, really wants to come to Pride in Toronto. And Pride in Toronto is not known for being very accessible to the disabled or like very inclusive of the disabled. So it is a challenging space to navigate. All festivals in Toronto are pretty challenging, but specifically for this joke, Pride, because she wants to come. And I was like I don't know, like if you'd have fun. Like it's very crowded. There's lots of naked people, specifically naked men, and I don't have a problem with naked people or even naked men. Just is a lot of strange wang in my face. If you are down Church Street naked, I really do like. Please make sure you are over 6'5", so your dick clears my head. I think this is really funny. I don't care if you guys do. Anyways, I was telling her this, and I was like somebody peed on me last year, and she was like, "Oh, losing my headphones. Somebody peed on me last Thursday in the subway. It'll be fine. It'll be fine." So apparently, we are not Canada's New York, but our festival is the equivalent to a New York Thursday, apparently. I think that joke is funny. I hope you do. Thank you. I've been Desiree Walsh. Please support Pride. It's coming up. Yay!
Yay! Take care for Desiree. Woo! Desiree, I think Strange Wang in My Face should be your next album.
Yes, I would like that.
Or at least a song Christine may write for the next Uncrustable.
Oh yeah, please. I would like to collaborate with Christine Knowlton to write the autobiographical song "Strange Wang in My Face" at Toronto Pride.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a folk tune. Folk tune. Classic.
Yeah.
Uncrustables Canada, if you're watching, again, hire us. And also maybe make a Roseanne and Cocaine Uncrustable.
That would be great. It would be $1 million and very wet, but it would be great.
Oh gosh, if you like the show, friends, you like the comics on the show, go into the YouTube show description, give us all a follow. Desiree's got her album Everybody Panic. My first album, Sugar and Spice and Smirnoff Ice, is available for download now. And thank you all for being here, comics. Thank you all so much. We're gonna stop.
Thank you
now. Say goodnight. So we're gonna stop the YouTubes. There we go. Bye.